was written and recorded in 1967 by Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys. Vic Jordan was the banjo player on that original recording, and he used a mixture of Scruggs style and melodic style. I've arranged two complete solos for the song, the first being in the Scruggs style, the second relying heavily on the melodic style. Like many fiddle tunes, we'll be playing in the key of A, which on banjo puts us with a capo at the second fret, and then we can continue to think as though we're playing in the key of G. Here are the chords to the song, both in the actual key, the key of A, so you can communicate with the other instruments, and in the key of G, which we'll be thinking in. The seventh measure in part A is circled because many players play that as if it's A, E, A, half measure of each chord. In part B, the fourth measure is circled because people like to substitute the relative minor there, so in the key of A, F sharp minor, in the key of G, E minor. It doesn't change anything about your solo. So we'll now quickly break down some of the licks for you, and then we'll put the whole thing together where we just play the two solos back to back. The opening phrase begins right after beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So the 3-2 slide in that phrase is slower than the 3-2 pull-off. The next somewhat tricky phrase is an Earl Scruggs lick that you hear all the time. And the trick on that one is that you do your 2 to 3 hammer as you hit your index finger, and then you hit your index finger again as you hammer and pull back to your index finger. Then it starts over the second ending with these last two notes being pickup notes to part B. Here are the opening notes to part B. Notice when you go to the C chord, you only need to hold fingers 1 and 2. We'll go over one last phrase to complete the Scruggs break, and that is the last measure of part B. So the first time you have this slide with your third finger, and then you have your pickup notes to start part B again. On the second ending, you're going to have this opening melodic phrase that begins on beat 2. So you go. So we're now on to the second solo. After you play the opening melodic lick, you'll be playing a little bit of Scruggs. And right here's your next melodic lick. And it finishes with your index on the 4th string, somewhat unusual. Moving on to the end of part A in the melodic version, the lick goes like this, starting on the 1st string. And then you're on beat 2 and you go back and repeat part A. The second time, you finish it up because then your part B starts with these pickup notes on beat 4. So that was coming down the melodic scale. The next phrase goes right back up. You'll be able to finish up the solo using licks that we've already gone over. So at this point, we'll play the two solos back to back, pretty much up to speed, with a scrolling tab running across the screen. If you'd like a copy of the tab, see the description in the video below and dig in and have fun.